Monies and your finances, and today we want to focus on how you can start from a humble space to an even bigger space. All right, everyone has been asking rather, how do they start off with whatever little they have or even with absolutely nothing? And that is why today my panelists have at least an inclination to how that exactly feels and how you can go about that. Allow me to introduce none other than Beatrice Nduta. Beatrice, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
This is the second time I'm seeing you, but for the first time this year.
Yes.
How have you been?
I've been all right. I thank God for the new year. Yeah, it started off well.
Unakani kama unaenda zile kanisa za, this is your year of 2020, your year of realization.
Not really. I'm a member of PCA Church.
Ah, okay, nice, good stuff.
Yeah.
Alex, wewe unaenda kanisa gani?
Actually,
kanisa. Are you a Muslim?
No, I'm not a Muslim.
All right.
I am a Christian.
You're a Christian.
Yep.
So this is Alex Omare. Alex, have you been? Mwaka imekuanzia vizuri?
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah. Ama utatuambia as we go on.
We're still sort of planning out and strategizing for the rest of the year. So,
boss, today is the 14th day of 2020. Like, kama hujajipanga by now, my friend, it's a wrap.
Nimejipanga.
Umejipanga?
Size
right.
yake.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Nduta Mwangi, of course. How are you doing? I've
Thanks.
heard so much about you. Shiko has been singing about you. That you do all things maternity.
Everything maternity,
yeah.
yes.
What does that even mean?
Everything that you need from the day you get pregnant to technically when you stop breastfeeding, your clothing.
Do you provide a caring husband? Because nowadays nasikia a lot of deadbeats dad.
That's in the pipeline, 2021.
So you're laying the
Vision
groundwork for that.
2021, yeah.
Okay. All right. Karibuni sana kwenye show.
Asante.
And now that we actually started with you, let's start with your business. All things maternity. How long have you been doing this?
Officially, 5 years. Non-officially, 7 years. You know, you have that period where you're not sure whether you're in business or it's a hobby or you are transitioning to something else. So officially 5 years. We are turning 5 in Feb this year. Yeah.
And how's been business? Because everywhere I turn, every corner in the street, I have to see a pregnant woman. So business must be booming for you.
Well, it's been great. It's good. I can't complain. Of course, the economical times are changing and the spending power and spending habits of people have changed. But it's a good business.
People were saying that 2019 was tough. Was it tough for you?
Yes, it was.
Really?
As much as everyone is pregnant.
Wako na mimba, alafu unasema 2019 ilikuwa tough. Personally, nilipatia kadhaa mimba. So
wewe utawekwa kwa 2021. But basically, it's because of spending habits. If my customers don't have money to spend, then their spending habits will be different from other years.
Okay.
They'll reduce the amount of money they spend per purchase.
Right.
So we might be so many pregnant women, but everyone is buying one dress, one top, one trouser, one skirt.
And that's it.
And before
inamshikilia the entire pregnancy.
Bath. And before they would buy a dress for morning, a dress for evening, a dress for you to take her out.
A weekend dress, a Sunday dress.
A short, you know, all those things. But spending habits have changed. We are very hopeful. 2019 looks like, 2020.
Right.
Looks like a good year.
Kuna watu kadhaa wamefanya kazi
December.
So una expect a lot of pregnant women.
July, August, there.
I like your business strategy. Okay, let's talk about you, Alex. And you do multiple businesses, but the one that I know you with is Tusok Bar. Yep. Tell us about Tusok Bar.
The Tusok Bar, there. It's actually a mobile.
I forgot the word the Tusok. Hey, boss. Sound.
It's a mobile bar for events, purely for events. Okay. It doesn't exist anywhere. It exists where you have an event, a party.
Whether it's a wedding, whether it's a birthday.
Any mali tu kuna sherehe, we will come and we will set up and we do bar and grill, cocktail services, the whole.
Did you say grill?
Grill, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So kuna chief chef hapo hivyo anakujanga anasema masose hivi.
Deadly.
Nyama choma mtura.
Shawarma.
Mko na mtura? Unajua mtura bila mtura manzi hakuna bash. Okay. So how long has Tusok Bar been in existence? Because I think I knew it from 2 years ago.
From 2 years ago. Officially, give or take 2016. But again, similar. Again, you just have to start somewhere before you now formalize everything and get it going.
All right.
The story is quite long, I must say. Okay. You need a proper long sit down.
Walevi wako kila mahali bana, hata kudanganya. Wherever, hata siku hizi mpaka imefika mahali alcohol wamesema I kiff up.
Waliwacha watu wapite. Funny enough, there are not so many incidences compared to when alcohol was there.
All right.
But yeah, that's pretty much the business. It looks rosy, but it's a very, very challenging sort of life.
We'll get to the humble beginnings, as we like to call them. Let me get to this other Nduta. It's Nduta A and Nduta B.
Nduta small, Nduta maternity.
All right, so Beatrice.
Yes.
Yours is also, because you do a lot of things. You told me you're doing supplies.
Yes.
You do training.
Yes.
So which one is your main hustle?
The main hustle is tendering, rather supplies.
Yes.
I supply to government entities under the women category.
Right.
That is AGPO, Access to Government Procurement Opportunities.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for you, I remember the last time you were here, a lot of questions came from women as well.
Yeah.
And they were asking, you know, how did you get to know of the tenders? And we see a lot of tenders kwa gazeti. So is that where you go? Ama there's a specific website, unaenda tu na type tender za gava. Na zote zinakutekeza tu.
Okay, tenders are advertised on daily newspapers, on websites. So it's up to you to have a list of the entities that you want to supply to, and then look out for what they have and apply.
Yes.
We also have government websites that announce all the tenders that are live, or rather that are current.
The active
so
ones.
Yeah, so tenders are there. They are many. They are real, and anyone can access.
Would you say that you're at an advantage? Because, and probably think about this answer, and let me get back to you, Nduta. Do you think in the way things are set up right now, as far as government is concerned and the setup and this whole, what is it called, gender equality manenos, do you think that women are at a bigger advantage?
Not really. Not really. I think gender equity, actually it's equity, not equality.
Okay.
Before, women never had opportunities, actually. Everything was taken up by men. And I think they are more aggressive. They were more aggressive. And so society, society had given them that capacity to be a bit more aggressive than women.
Right.
So women were really down there. When you say in a scale of 100%, women would probably do tendering 20%.
Okay.
So after this gender equity thing, now women are at about 40%. We are not yet at 50, actually. At 40%. Not equal, it's equity. It's giving us the same opportunity that men have.
Okay. I also want to get Alex's whatever, as far as I've made this into a gender war for a second. Unadhani these ladies wamepata more advantages as far as this whole process is concerned?
Not advantages per se. I think opportunities are there for everyone to sort of exploit.
But are they equal, 50-50?
I think it's person specific. Why? Because the kind of opportunities that will be laid upon you are not the same ones that will be on her side as well. But it is how you sort of exploit them.
Okay.
So now, I think what you're referring to is the fact that women are now able to exploit opportunities a bit more.
Wamechangamka sasa.
Wamechangamka.
Okay.
Baka boy child squeeze yako.
Amebaki nyuma kama kamenyeshewa. Ama kaka kamenyeshewa.
Kijana anaumia hapa hivi. Lakini iko tu sawa.
Let's talk about now the humble beginnings about your business. Where did it start from? Did you get, first of all, how did you get funding? Did you get funding from, I don't know, your spouse? Did you get it from family? Did you do harambes? Did you get a bank loan, circle loan? How did you fund your business?
Okay, as a start, when I started, I started doing deliveries. Like I went to Gikomba.
Yes.
Got staff, because I woke up one morning and I was like, I'm not doing this again.
Were you employed before?
Yes, okay. I was employed for about 10 years. So I woke up one morning and I was like, I'm not cut out for employment. So I need to start something. And I had done a lot of research. You know, when you're employed, most of us have this side hustle.
Yeah.
So I had written like 5 side hustles and I picked on maternity. So I woke up, went to Gikomba. I started, got clothes, and I started delivering. I started advertising on Facebook, and I started delivering. My initial capital, I don't think, was more than 10K.
Really?
Yes, the first amount of money I put in my business
But
was
Gikomba
9,000.
goes wanga rahisi sana. They're cheap. I mean,
No, they're not.
I remember when, because there's a time I used to go to Gikomba almost on a monthly basis, and I'd get a t-shirt for even as little as 10 bob. T-shirt.
Actually, everything is Gikomba.
You also, this is Gikomba. From coffee and socks.
But you can attest it's not cheap, right?
It's not cheap, but you'll find cheap and you'll find quality.
Quality.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it depends on where you're starting.
All right.
So about 9,000, that was inclusive of stock, transport, then people would call me and I would deliver to them. So you can imagine trying to deliver stuff to someone in Karen.
Okay.
First you have to take like 3 matatus, ama 2 then, and you have
Where were you
this big
stationed?
bag.
Where were you stationed? You wanted to come at
Matatu Tatu, South Sea.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have a station. The station was my house.
Okay.
So I would pick stuff from my house, take them to a client. Sometimes you take 3 mats, and then mtu anakwambia,
Sitaki.
sijapata anything. You've already spent 200 bob of something you don't have. And you go back home, you sit down, you're like, do I really want to do this? Is this what I want to do for real? Then you wake up the next morning and you're like, the hustle has to continue.
Okay.
So you go again to Rongai, you spend 500 bob,
Eish.
and someone
Did you
buys one
did you
top.
make profit out of that first 10,000 that you invested?
No.
Absolutely zero. Zilch.
Zero. When I consolidate everything that I did, transport, stock, I didn't make anything. Actually, I didn't make anything for about 2 years.
Okay. Just hold it there. And let me rope in the audience into this conversation, because the sooner we get them on, the better. Do you think, or rather, are you currently in a struggling business? How long have you been doing this particular business? And do you think kuna mali nenda ama you're ready to call it quits? Because listen to what she just said. She made absolutely zero bob out of this. So let us know through our various social media channels. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course, WhatsApp is right there on your screen right now. You can call us as well. SMS line 21222. Let us know. Do you have a struggling business? Are you ready to call it quits? Ama unaona mbele? Are you seeing the future? Let us know. Alex,
Yep.
Let me ask you this. For your business, I mean, ni pombe tu unabaya wasee.
Hapana.
Ngoja kidogo. Ni pombe tu unabaya wasee unawapatia. Of course, you marginalize a profit kiasi.
Yep.
But you've said it's events. How easy or difficult is it to get this event? So tell us how you started.
How I started is, first of all, I'm actually I'm a creative.
Okay.
So I think what I'm gonna say should reach out to anyone out there who is a creative, someone who is in the creative space.
Okay. When ni rapper nini?
Pia mimi ni rapper. I love hip hop music, but
Okay.
that's
Another
a
hustle.
hobby.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Sawa,
a
sawa.
hustle per se. So anyway, I'm a proper insurance broker.
All right.
So I used to work with a company called Aeon. Aeon, now it's called Binet.
Yeah.
We used to be with
It's an agency?
It's an insurance broker. It's
Okay.
the biggest insurance
Ah,
broker
all right.
in the world.
All right.
The same way we were in the best school in the world. Anyway, so on end month, they used to have something they would call TGIF. Thank
Okay.
God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday,
Yeah,
yes.
so it was normally organized by people from within the office, just to give people a sort of a social platform to sort of mingle out.
Social
of office.
hour kind of thing.
Yeah, Friday after work, watu wamelipwa, you just go and grab very well subsidized drinks. So the guys who are actually working on it then, actually, for lack of a better term, fumbled with it.
Okay.
My English is on point.
Uh-huh.
And then,
Ukaona ka opportunity.
So nikaona opportunity. And then I asked a few people that we used to work with.
Yes.
Hilda, Sydney Obonyo, Eric Njagi, bunch of so many guys.
Yeah.
So I asked them, what do you think we can do to revamp this social thing? It was ideally supposed to be a social sort of gathering where you get to know the next person,
Okay.
as opposed to when you're in your suit
In
and
your
tie
suit,
in
yeah.
the office. So it's more of a chill out session. So what came out of that is that you're not able, you're not incurring expenses. Why? Because we used to do it at the basement.
Okay.
Free of charge. We used to do it, we used to use electricity from the
From the building?
Company.
Yes.
We used to employ ourselves. We are around 7 guys. Still exists, by the way, where it all started.
Okay.
So with this team, I realized that you can actually throw a gig or a party or an
outside
event.
the office?
No, within the office,
Okay.
first of all. But you're not incurring anything.
Any
So,
expenses, yes.
Like it's almost clean money. And the company advanced us a loan.
Like a loan.
To get stock and get the party going. So I got someone who can do food. I got we got a DJ from within the company, a guy called, I'll remember the name. Anyway, do you know Chef Benev from Ebru?
I think I've heard
He's the one we started with doing food with at the company.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, we realized, wow, you can actually do these things month on end and make something small. Okay. So we did it for a year. Then
you're still doing it in your employer's space?
Every other end month at our employer's space. Then that was Aeon. So at the end of it all, I shifted companies. So when I shifted companies, I was like, do I let this go? I went to a rather smaller company, still doing insurance broking, but with a with a level, with a notion in mind that this thing is actually possible to do it at a very minimal cost, and now go all out. So
but now you had to get your own equipment, not equipment rather, but your own utensils, your own, because you needed cups, you needed hata kitu ya kudispense ya kuchomea nyama, for example. DJ ana ni decks zake, right?
Yeah. But now when you're outsourcing, everyone comes with their own
stuff.
Okay. So what we are actually responsible for is the product. That's your liquors, your whiskeys, your beers, your wines, your soft drinks, name it, anything that you'll find at a club or a bar is what we used to do.
So how long did it take for how long were you consistent? Because you said at Aeon you were there for a year. At this new company, how long were you consistent?
This new company now was relatively smaller, so it didn't make economic sense to do a similar thing. But now, I thought, why not take it out there? Why not look for weddings? Why not look for festivals, concerts, corporate events, launches?
At this point, let me just get this straight. At this point, were you making any money? Were you making any profit?
Minimal. Minimal. Just, you break even sometimes, the other times, because we didn't know how to do the craft properly. Yes. So sometimes you'd overstock, you left with stock, and then you roll it over to the next month. But somehow, we'd break even.
Okay. Yeah. We'll get back to you in a minute. Nduta, back to you. Yes. Like they say, back to you in studio. Your biashara, obviously, before you started these tenders, tenders need money. You need to show that if it's, I don't know what tenders you do, but kama inata ni kusupply tissue paper, you need to show that you have the capacity to supply this tissue. Where did you get the capital?
Oh, first of all, let me do a correction. You don't really need a lot of money to do tenders because you can provide services. What you know can turn into a tender today. Like you are a presenter and you can be hired by government institutions to be like an MC or something like that. So you don't really need a lot of money. That's where people go wrong. That's where they fear to venture into tendering because
they think. Perhaps you can tell us, what was your first tender? Because by any chance.
Let me take you back to where my journey started, because only then will you understand how maybe I got into tendering.
Take us.
We were displaced when we were living in Narok with my family, and we were displaced and we became IDPs in our own country. And like I would say, our dreams maybe to get higher education and the like were almost shattered. When I cleared Form 4, I went to a salon. A friend was running a salon, and I learned the skills. So I started doing hairdressing. I would do house calls. I would like look for expectant mothers and braid their hairs at home.
When hawajisiki kutoka.
When hawajisiki kutoka. And plus I didn't have premises, so doing house calls was the best.
How long did you take to train yourself in this hairdressing?
I would say like 6 months. Yeah, it took me like 6 months.
So you didn't go to a hairdressing school, you went to a friend's salon?
Yes, I went to a salon.
Ukaanza kuona venye anafanya braids, ukalan, ukaona venye
I learned. Of course, I was doing other stuff there, like washing towels, mopping the floors, but my eye was sharp. So I learned the skills quickly. I started venturing. I would really never, I think I would say I've really never been employed.
Okay.
Yeah, all my life.
So you started doing house
I
calls?
started house calls until maybe like 3, 4, 5 years later.
Yes.
I was able to now run my own salon.
Okay.
And that's when I shifted to Mombasa. I live in Mombasa.
Salon iko na do?
Sana.
Aya, ngoja tu kidogo.
Na
Hiyo venye amesema sana.
Yes.
Let's see what guys are saying on WhatsApp. The number that I told you is on your screen, and I asked you, are you having a struggling business? And are you giving up? Ama, you're still holding strong? So let's see what you are saying. The first message comes from someone who hasn't given us their name, but wanasema, very nice show, guys, and very informative. Myself, I'm also in business, and it's been a journey. Persistence, as they say, is compulsory, in capital letters, for any aspiring entrepreneurs. All right, so as you give us your text messages, kindly let us know your name and where at least you're tuning from. Would love to hear from your county, community, or wherever it is that you are. So salon iko na do?
Yeah, salon iko na do.
Salon, unataka kuniambia. No, but the guys, why are you laughing? I'm serious. So salon has money in what sense? Because me, I see what people do in the salon. Kutengeneza kucha, if I'm not wrong, inakuanga about 2,000. Blow dry sijui inakuanga ni so mbili. Braids ni mimi najiletea, then sijui nashukwa na 100. Like, where does the money really?
People, or rather women, love beauty, love to be beautiful. So salon has money. People are always looking for new styles and to enhance themselves.
Okay.
But if at all you're going to run a salon,
Alex has a salon.
I would only say do it when you have the skills yourself.
Okay.
Because the employees can really mess you up.
All right.
They will just wake up one day and decide not to come to your salon.
All right.
So if you didn't know how to do it yourself, of course you will.
Beatrice, did you ever struggle?
Very much. I struggled. Even before I started the salon, of course, it was a journey of struggling, trying to learn, trying to be in business. And of course, the salon equipment is expensive. So you cannot...
Blow dry ni 1,000 tu.
Back then, it was expensive. Plus, 1,000 venye ilikuwa those days and today is totally different.
Okay. So at one point, did you want to give up?
Many times. Even left salon business several times and did other things. I have sold porridge, I have sold eggs, I have sold clothes. I have like,
Okay.
I've come from far.
Just hold on, because this is all about humble beginnings before we get to the big bucks. Okay. Nduta, for you, again, in your business venture, you started Gikomba 10,000. You didn't even break even. Did you break even? Tuanzie hapo.
I was at a loss for 2 years. Loss.
2 years?
Loss.
Who was
not
funding you?
Not break even. Sikuwa na sponsor. Ni ile tu naamka asubuhi. Whatever you have. My mom advanced me 30K, I remember. She was my first tuseme bank. Financial. So she financed me 30K. And she kept on telling me, no, Nduta, you know what? This hustle of yours, you just get a job, because I'm sure you'll get a job.
Yeah.
Then you just do it as a side hustle. I even, at some point, actually, when I started, like after 6 months, I applied for a job. I went for an interview.
You were ready to get back into the...
In fact, I was like, I'm done. And somehow this guy inspired me to continue with my business.
You would-be employer?
Yes, because I'm sure he doesn't even know. I called him and told him, but I'm sure he doesn't know. So I go for this interview, and it was an amazing, beautiful office. An interior designer sharing an office with a flower farm. So you can imagine how awesome that is. Flowers everywhere. And so when we started the interview, the first thing I told him, I was like, well, I've never worked in an office that looks this beautiful. I hope everything is this great. So somehow our interview started on at a very casual tone. Platform and tone. And he gave me his story, his business story, where he started. He started in the UK, and he actually almost got divorced because of that biashara. Because he was busy hustling.
He neglected family.
Family, everything was in the house. He was in interior design, so he has chumas. So the chick was like, no, we can't do this.
It was the issue.
Yes. So he gave me his story, and it was an amazing story. Okay. And he had a lot of passion. Actually, what he had was passion. He was really passionate about his business.
And that inspired you to go back now to hustle.
Yes, and at the end of the interview, and there were like 6 people waiting, he told me the job is yours. So when I left, I told him I'll give you an answer by tonight.
Okay.
So when I sat down, I asked myself, what has this guy seen in me that he has decided to give me the job without interviewing 6 more people?
Okay.
So there must be something about me. And then also his passion. If he was able to start from zero, in fact, he used to use the money he was being sent for upkeep by his parents here to do his hustle.
Okay.
So his passion, I told myself, if he has that passion and he's grown this much.
Okay.
Mimi.
Just a second. I want us to check WhatsApp as well, what guys are saying. Thank you very much for your responses, by the way. As you said, the numbers on your screen rather. Hiyo biashara unafanya, unataka kuimaliza ama bado uko na psyche, regardless of what you're going through. Let's see what you have to say. Hello, good morning guys. Show iko juu sana. I'm Clinton Kome, founder of High Flames Media. We do video shooting, photography, drone services, audio and video recording, t-shirt printing, DJ and MC services. Wow. We major in occasions. I am 20 years old and people call me young investor. My business is picking slowly, knowing it's January. Have done this job for 3 years. I am from Nkubu in Meru. Thank you very much, Clinton. We also have Nancy from Eldoret. You're saying that I'm in business too, and I'm learning some tips from you guys. Thank you. And of course, thank you to you, Nancy, as well. I really like the program. It's quite encouraging and educative. All right. We also have, hi. Oh, this is someone else. Different story. We'll definitely read more of your comments as you send them via social media. Right there, the question that I asked you was, do you have a business inakuchapa ama ndo unaichapa? All right. Shiko from Mombasa unasema vipi? Shiko from Mombasa, I had a business of selling sneakers last year. I would get a bill for 24,000 from Gikomba and sell it to my friends, and it has good profit. I will get back to it next year. So Shiko from Mombasa, following in your footsteps as well. We take a short break. We'll be right back.